Hi, I'm Dave Despain, and this is one of the most remarkable stories to enter the U.S. motorcycle market somehow managed to stake out the high ground in the realm of motorcycle performance and in the process redefined American motorcycling. Quite an accomplishment. From the arm-wrenching Mach 3 500 triple to the almighty Z1, right on up to today's Ninja sport bikes, Kawasaki is synonymous with performance. So, in the next, we're going to American riders, and we'll see the latest Kawasaki models that will keep those good times rolling for years to come. Come on, I promise, this is a ride you don't want to miss. Benefited from tremendous engineering depth dating back to the late 1800s. Ships, trains, planes. Kawasaki was into heavy iron until the 1950s when it sprouted. He set up shop in the U.S. in an old warehouse in Chicago, setting the stage for the Kawasaki Motorcycle Company as we now know it. In late '64, Honda, Yamaha, and Suzuki were already well established here, while Triumph, BSA, Norton, and Harley-Davidson owned the heavyweight market. But you know what? It didn't take long for this obscure newcomer. In 1966, Kawasaki delivered a wake-up call to performance-oriented motorcyclists. First came the 250cc A1 Samurai, and later the 350 A7 Avenger. Now, rotary valves were the key to the impressive power of these twin-cylinder two-strokes. Fast, fun, and affordable, the Samurai and the Avenger brought new ideas, new excitement, and new people to motorcycling. Easy to ride and exciting machines lives on right here in the Ninja 250R. This pint-sized slice of real Ninja technology packs a lot of performance into just 250 cc's. It's docile enough for new riders to handle easily, yet there's power in reserve to entertain even the experienced rider. With sophisticated suspension and disc brakes, the Ninja 250R leaves the beginner bikes seriously outgunned. Another popular Kawasaki choice for new riders is the Vulcan 500 LTD. Distinctive custom styling, a smooth and spirited 500cc power plant, and low 28.1-inch seat height provide comfort and performance for riders who are just getting up to speed. And for those ready to kick it up a notch, the Vulcan 800 ups the ante nicely in terms of both power and style. When we return, we'll see the machine that established Kawasaki as a performance legend. Now let's talk about one of my all-time favorite motorcycles. In 1969, I thought I had a pretty fast street bike. Then this thing showed up. The Mach 3 was a three-cylinder, 500cc, wheelie-popping two-stroke missile that easily out-accelerated all the British and American big iron, and it delivered that performance for $999. My world was never the same again. And this bad boy lust object forever established Kawasaki as the company with a lot of attitude and the raw performance to back it up. Other legendary two-strokes would follow, the 750cc H2 and the racing H2R and the KR 750, which helped establish Kawasaki's reputation on the track. Now, the company win record includes multiple world road racing championships and notable technical highlights like the exotic four-cylinder two-stroke, the KR 500 from the early 80s. But the future of pavement motorcycles was in four-stroke technology, and in 1972, Kawasaki delivered another hammer blow, the legendary four-cylinder Z1. It's easily forgotten that this bike's performance was inspired by a Honda. Here's how it happened. The Z1 was already in development as a top-secret 750 when Honda's CB 750 4-cylinder shook up the American marketplace. Reacting quickly, the Z1 team bumped their power plant to its absolute maximum displacement, 903 cc's, and in a cloud of tire smoke, obliterated any concern about this being a Me Too response to Honda. The Z1 broke records, kicked ass, and was generally acknowledged as the outstanding motorcycle of the 70s. Decades later, its spirit still lives in the new Kawasaki ZR7S, a stripped-down hot rod 750 that delivers an elemental take on the classic naked standard machine. Air-cooled like the Z1, the thoroughly modern ZR7S delivers acceleration that would put the old Z to shame. Add triple discs, unitrack rear suspension, and precise handling, and the ZR7S reminds us just how far our motorcycles have come. Beginning with the Z1, Kawasaki's inline 4-cylinder machines became the benchmark for motorcycle road racing performance. This was one of the great eras in Kawasaki history, highlighted by Eddie Lawson's amazing superbike performance. Back when men were men and superbikes were long, tall, heavy, and oh so powerful, the young Californian wrestled his fire-breathing KZ1000 factory superbike to a pair of back-to-back AMA championships, a feat that is helped along by the big Kawasaki's inherent design advantages.
My job at Kawasaki was to take a street bike and turn it into a 150 horsepower fire-breathing monster superbike. With over 150 horsepower and the chassis technology of the day, it took a real special rider like Eddie Lawson to take the bike to its potential.
In 1982, Lawson's exploits were commemorated with the rare and coveted Eddie Lawson replica. This is the racing version, the S1. Today, the ZRX 1200 pays homage to that great chapter in Kawasaki history. But this is no technological throwback. With its liquid-cooled 4-valve per-cylinder engine, K-Trick ignition, straight-shot intake ports, and meaty power output, the ZRX 1200 answers the throttle with modern-day authority. It's also blessed with handling refinement firmly rooted in the present. Eddie Lawson never had it so good. Don't go away. Next, the motorcycle that established the standard for modern sport bikes. In 1984, 2 years after Lawson's last championship, Kawasaki again changed the face of motorcycling with the introduction of the first Ninja, the GPZ 900R. Named for a cadre of elite Japanese warriors, the Ninja's sexy full bodywork wrapped around the first ever liquid-cooled inline 4-cylinder production motorcycle engine. In short, the Ninja wrote the definition of the modern sport bike. Lighter than some 750s and more powerful than some thousands, this bike was recognized as a turning point in the sport and designated Motorcycle of the Decade by Motorcyclist magazine. In all its subsequent permutations, the Ninja has reflected the close relationship between Kawasaki's racing efforts and its production bike design. Lessons learned on the racetrack lead to fast-track design changes in the production machines. And how well have those lessons been learned? Focusing its factory racing efforts on production-based classes, Kawasaki has bagged an unprecedented 9 AMA Superbike titles, more than any other manufacturer. And in recent years, Kawasaki has dominated production-based drag racing as well, with 7 national titles in 600 Supersport and 750 Superbike. Today, Kawasaki's Ninja line of sporting street bikes represents one of the most recognized names in performance motorcycling. At the top of the current Ninja food chain, the awesome ZX-12R. This is the most radical embodiment of race-proven technology that Kawasaki has ever built. Designed to deliver the highest power-to-weight ratio in its class, the compact and lightweight ZX-12R positively bristles with trick technology, electronic fuel injection, frame-integrated ram air system, and a narrow monocoque aluminum frame inspired by that of the KR500 Grand Prix racer. With more wind tunnel development time than any other model in Kawasaki history, the ZX-12R is designed to dominate.
The acceleration on the new Kawasaki ZX-12R is like riding in an old muscle car. When you twist the throttle, it pushes you back in the seat.
900, it's a magic number. First the Z1, then the original Ninja, and today, the Ninja ZX-9R. An envelope-pushing sporting weapon that combines open-class power with 750 reflexes. It just might be the closest thing yet to a superbike on the street. It's also the street bike of choice for three-time superbike champion Doug Chandler. That should tell you something.
I go out to Laguna Seca on track days and just have a great time riding with my friends. It's an amazing bike. It's got just about as much power as my superbike does.
Now another note of historical significance. Kawasaki invented the 600 class with the original record-setting KZ650 way back in 1977. Then they triggered a sport bike frenzy with the first 600 Ninja, 1985. No surprise then that the current 600 class statement from Kawasaki is something special. The Ninja ZX-6R combines high-energy engine performance with track-developed handling precision. World Superbike racing technology lives in the high-compression combustion chambers, which are force-fed by a twin ram air system and sparked by smart K-Trick ignition. Acting as a stressed member, the engine teams with the all-aluminum perimeter frame to make the ZX-6R wicked fast on a racetrack.
You know, at Brainerd, we had the fastest thing out on the track, and that was pretty special. You know, it made my job really easy, and I certainly enjoy riding the thing.
From 600s to the open class, Kawasaki's inline four-cylinder bikes have consistently provided the yardstick for high-performance motorcycling. But that eternally popular engine configuration also provides the motivation for many of those riders more interested in big mileage figures than in big power. Now, the Concours Sport Tourer and the Voyager 12 touring machine speak to the heart of the road-going adventurer. The Voyager 12 reflects Kawasaki's efficient approach to full-dress touring. It's a concept that balances easy handling with long-haul comfort. Liquid-cooled and featuring shaft drive, this inline four measures 1,196 cc's, tuned for maximum low-end and mid-range power. With twin counterbalancers, plush accommodations for two, audio system, and electronic cruise control, the Voyager 12 is definitely first class. And for those who prefer the squiggliest lines on the map, the Concours Sport Tourer is a great ride. With full fairing and detachable luggage, long-haul comfort is a given, and plenty of Ninja-derived performance technology ensures a well-defined sporting side. The Concours features a 997cc liquid-cooled engine tuned for fat mid-range power, and its chassis balances comfort with a decidedly sporting edge. The beauty of motorcycle touring is that it's a personal experience that you take at your own pace. No motorcycle illustrates this fact better than the Vulcan 1500 Nomad. The Vulcan 1500 Nomad FI, with its torquey V-twin engine and classic style, has an easy gait and a visceral appeal that echoes earlier days of motorcycling. With its large windscreen, stylish hard luggage, and plush seating, the Nomad offers a very modern comfort level. The smooth-running engine, too, benefits from all the latest Kawasaki technology, including digital fuel injection, to deliver exceptional performance and reliability. The Nomad, part motorcycle, part time machine. Stick around and find out what it takes to win 30 national motocross titles. Now let's talk about Kawasaki's tradition of off-road success. That heritage dates back to 1957 when Maguro, later to become part of Kawasaki, won the 500 class at the Mount Osama races in Japan. Well, by the mid-60s, Kawasaki's small-bore road bikes, stripped down for off-road use, had met with considerable success, and then came the Scramblers. This is a 1969 model, 238. But with the acceptance of motocross in America, there was a developing market for purpose-built dirt bikes. Kawasaki's KX motocrossers answered that need. Beginning in 1972, the KXs launched a string of 30 AMA motocross championships that continues through today. By constantly pushing technology forward, KX motocrossers have remained on the cutting edge of motocross technology for nearly 30 years. But motocross takes more than a winning machine. It takes winning riders. Born in 1981, Team Green, Kawasaki's nationwide support and assistance program, has been tremendously successful. By providing parts and tuning assistance for KX riders at hundreds of events all over the country, Team Green helps riders of all ages and talent levels get the most out of their machines.
Team Green's support program that Kawasaki has is awesome. All the top guys have ridden for Team Green, myself, McGrath, Ryan Hughes, Ryan Swink, Kevin Wyndham, everybody rode for Team Green that you can think of just about. And they try to put you on the right track. It's definitely a good program. It's one of the best out there.
Kawasaki's winning motocross strategy starts them out early with bikes like the KX65. Don't let its size fool you. The KX65 is a serious racing machine for kids who have already advanced well beyond beginner bikes. Growing kids need a machine that matches their stature and talent in the competitive mini ranks. The KX85 is the last stop before the 100 class and gets young racers ready for the bigger leagues with sophisticated KX technology that would be right at home on a big bike. Kawasaki ace Ricky Carmichael has had considerable success on the KX125, racking up 3 straight AMA 125cc national championships in recent years.
The KX125 is the best 125 out there, you know. I won 3 championships on it, pulled a lot of hole shots on it, and it's proven itself.
Continuous development is the key here, and the new KX125 has far-reaching improvements that combine to bring the machine right to that fine honed edge you need to be competitive. Motocross may be a battle of inches, but the KX125 isn't about to give a millimeter. Already an established powerhouse in the 250 class, the KX250 benefits from Kawasaki's continual development process that's aimed at finding and exploiting every possible edge to help racers beat their competition.
My KX250 this year is awesome. We got that thing working so good, it handles good. It's really easy to ride, the chassis is really good, and the suspension works well. The motor is awesome, it's really easy to ride, and I enjoy racing it.
Now let's return for a moment to Kawasaki's early history. Recall that when the company cut its motorcycling teeth, classic British twins ruled the road. So it's no surprise that in the mid-60s, Kawasaki's first heavyweight 4-strokes, the W Series, took their cues from England. So, how's this for a trip back in time? Today's W650 has the retro look nailed, yet delivers such contemporary technology as a gear-driven single overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder, vibration-canceling engine balancer, and front disc brake. The look is 1960s, but the ride is completely modern. But nowhere in contemporary motorcycling will you find a more delightful blending of retro style and contemporary performance than in the Kawasaki line of heavyweight cruisers. Long before the market for cruiser-style motorcycles reached its modern-day historic peak, in fact, even before there was something known as a cruiser, Kawasaki took the first tentative steps away from the standard-style motorcycle with the KZ900 LTD, 1976. The brainchild of Wayne Moulton at Kawasaki's U.S. offices, the LTD started out as a customization of the garden variety KZ900 standard-style machine.
Internally, not everybody approved of the controversial idea of messing with the highly successful and highly revered Z1. But the project got the nod, and by 1976, the KZ900 LTD was on sale and meeting with very favorable response. Even the hardcore performance enthusiasts at the motorcycle magazines warmed to the LTD because the LTD was the first production motorcycle to crack the 110-mile-per-hour barrier in the quarter mile. In the years since, the cruiser marketplace has broadened and grown to become the greatest single segment of new motorcycle sales. Kawasaki's current line of cruisers reflects the evolving tastes of American riders and their attraction to the easygoing rhythm and irresistible torque of twin-cylinder engines. When we come back, Kawasaki's engineers set their sights on Big V twins.
A big Vulcan V twin is at the heart of the 1500 Drifter, a machine so evocative of 1940s motorcycling in America that it was chosen for permanent display at Chicago's Museum of Design and Architecture. Little wonder, given the Drifter's neo-retro style, reminiscent of the time before chrome was king. But digital fuel injection, 4-valve cylinder heads, and liquid cooling prove that the Drifter's technology is most assuredly not retro. One of Kawasaki's best-selling models in recent years, the Vulcan 1500 Classic, combines the look, the sound, and feel of another great era in American motorcycling, the 1950s. Now, it features modern technologies like liquid cooling, 4-valve heads, and Kawasaki's throttle-responsive ignition control. But it is the 1500's cleanly elegant styling that has made it a popular choice for customization by its owners. Another variation on the Vulcan 1500 Classic theme is the FI model with the digital fuel injection system. With a separate throttle body for each cylinder, the Classic FI's counterbalanced rubber-mounted engine benefits from free breathing and precise mixture control in any situation. At the twist grip, the sensation is uncanny throttle response and ready V-twin power. The FI serves as the latest expression of Kawasaki's passion for motorcycle engineering. In closing, Kawasaki might have been at the tail end of the Japanese motorcycle invasion of the 1960s, but there is no question this is a company that has packed a lot of excitement into the decades since. Kawasaki's history is marked by landmark models that seem to share a common thread, a certain in-your-face irreverence for convention and a passion for sheer performance. Leave it to Kawasaki to do the unexpected and occasionally the impossible. The long-running "Let the good times roll" slogan still sums up Kawasaki's attitude eloquently. The Good Times Company is full of surprises. What Kawasaki will come up with next? Anybody's guess. But whatever it is, odds are it will be highly entertaining and involve horsepower. Probably lots of it. I'm Dave Despain. Thanks for watching.
Let the good times